one could apply data science methods and not need to get to scale for it to be sensible.
I guess looking at through my own lens as a consumer investor, what's the correct term for it? A retail investor?
Retail investor, yes.
Do you think it's possible, for example, me to use data science, me to use algorithms to create an effective advantage? Or is it something that these models are most valuable at scale, and that's where they're gonna create the most, if any, returns? So, that's something I saw in daily fantasy sports, where if I wasn't investing $10,000 a week in playing these games, I couldn't expect a reasonable return over time. And that is not something I was prepared to do.
Yeah, I think it is likely the case. And I haven't investigated these particular strategies because I am at scale. And so I need, not me personally, but And so it doesn't necessarily make sense for me personally to investigate this aspect. But it is likely the case that there are horizons of prediction or stocks that are sufficiently small where one could apply data science methods and not need to get to scale for it to be sensible. So if you're a market maker, you need to be at scale to make money. And those guys are doing high frequency prediction and high frequency trades, and they generally make quite a bit of money doing it. If you're a small trader, I imagine you can focus on smaller cap stocks and build predictive algorithms to trade. I absolutely, because that's a niche that's likely untapped by the bigger firms. We're always thinking about liquidity. We're not even a particularly huge firm, but we need to, we run into liquidity issues with some trades. If you're, few million or less, you can trade in these stocks, many of them high expected return stocks that we want to buy, but we just can't, right? Our algorithm saying buy this thing, and there's not enough liquidity there. Well, if you're trading with sufficiently small funds, there's great liquidity there, right? So I think it's possible. I haven't done it myself, so don't. I want to caveat that I don't have some strong empirical evidence to say yes, go do it, you'll make money. But it seems exceedingly sensible that is true.
Interesting. Well, so that's hopefully perpetuated by your ability to buy shares of partial shares of individual stocks on some platforms now. I think that's an interesting idea that would make it a lot more feasible to start with the smaller portfolio here. Obviously, I think there are probably fees associated with buying not full shares, and companies are taking a little bit of margin on either end. But that is something that, now that you bring it up, does make this seem a lot more feasible on my end. I'm not sure what, trading costs might be, and you have some time sensitivity issues. So you'll probably have to, maybe not be trading on an hourly basis, but on a couple day time frame or month windows or whatever you're using. But that is very interesting to think about, is that, hey, because of advancements in technology relating to how stocks are traded and the fractions of them, that can facilitate the retail investor who is leveraging more advanced tools for them to have more options in this space. And so
yes,
I really like that. Obviously, I've fooled around with those types of models and have not had any success. So I'm very interested in always hearing from the community about what types of things you're working on, because although, again, we're not saying that this will, there's no guarantee of success in this space at all. Yeah. If you're comfortable losing some money, I think it's definitely worth trying. That's a very cool story to tell, especially if you want to work in the space, that you were able to build something like that and have some success over time with it. Thanks for watching this clip. Luckily for you, I picked 2 more clips that I think you might really enjoy. Either watch those or maybe check out the full episode.